Good evening, all. I'd like to call to order the June 13th, 2024 meeting of the Katuitt Fire Board of Fire Commissioners, 17:30. Present,
Commissioner Zace.
Commissioner Conley and
Chief Brown.
Deputy Clerk.
all right, thank you all. Anybody ask a question, right? Anybody recording? We're recording the call, but there's nobody else on right now, Chief, correct?
That is correct.
Okay, so the meeting's been called to order, obviously. Do we have any public comment? Any emails come in, texts?
We have one public comment on just getting some of the information up on the website more timely. Other than that, we have no other comments from the public, no emails, no chats, no texts.
Okay, and is that public comment that addressed, is that coming?
It has been.
Okay,
Yeah, the chief, I just took it upon myself to go ahead and post that stuff.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
And you can always just ask and I'll do that.
Okay. Yeah.
And if we wanted to, if I don't know whether that's the shifting responsibility, for posting things on the site among the folks in the house and the station, but if we wanted to make a sort of make it routine, I'm happy to do that too.
Yeah, that would be great. I would appreciate that, and perhaps when you get back, we can talk about that, you and I, about a process for that.
Okay, sure.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
okay, great. Commissioner Zace, thank you very much. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
All righty, review and approval of previous minute notes. Commissioner Zace, did you have a chance to take a look at the minutes?
I did, and they were fine. There was a preposition here or there that was missing, but I don't think it dramatically changed the overall nature of the record.
Okay, I did read them as well and did not see any issues. Did not see those grammatical issues. So with that said, do we have any motions?
Move to accept the minutes as
Second.
as written. Okay, sorry.
Second. All those in favor?
Commissioner Zace.
Commissioner Conley. Okay, we're done with that one. Chief, we're over to you. The fire chief's report, please, sir.
Thank you. If I may bounce back to the minutes, Commissioner Zace, if you want to go ahead and post those on to, now that they're approved, you feel, if you don't mind, you can put those right up on the district website. So
okay, I'll do that. I won't do that while I'm paying attention to the meeting, but I'll do it right afterwards.
all right. Thank you. Appreciate that.
Thank you, Commissioner. We appreciate that.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. All right, now to the chief's report for June 13th, 2024. May had a total of 87 responses. He had 1 fire, 59 rescue EMS, 2 station walk-ins, 2 hazardous conditions, 3 community risk reduction responses, 4 reassurance program responses, 4 service calls, 4 good intents, 10 false alarms. 25% of the calls were overlapping. Last month, we provided mutual aid 9 times, received mutual aid 6 times. And I added a new, later in the day, so if you printed out your minutes and you're not looking at them live in your folders, I added a new hash mark under responses for a year-to-date percentage difference. So because it jumped out at me this afternoon that we're 33% over where we were this time last year. So I decided to just throw that in there for your visibility.
This is in the in the incident reports or summary.
So this isn't my chief report.
Oh, just the chief report. Okay.
Yeah. So, and I added that this afternoon. So if you hadn't looked at it since probably 3 o'clock-ish, then you may have missed that addition. So.
Oh, okay. So the year-to-date percentage difference is that. What are we comparing?
Year-to-date over last year. So we're 33% over where we were this time last year.
And is that an overall, I'm looking at it now, is that an overall statement or is that a specific areas?
Overall call volume, 33% increase over where we were this time last year.
Good, thank you.
Yep.
Can we add, this is such a stickler, but year to date, year over year, year/year. But something now, now that I know it, it's not important.
Okay. All right. Well, if you want to bring it back up later, let me know, and then I might just need to get a little bit more clarification. Okay.
Okay.
Any other questions under responses?
Chief, I just have one quick one under the reassurance program.
Mhm.
And if you're getting to this later, perhaps let me know, but how many people are in the reassurance program?
Want to say around a dozen, but I don't know. But I'll get that.
So no, I'm okay with that. So let me ask you, favor of so we're at a dozen now. Are we still actively, you all still actively recruiting?
Yep.
Okay. And you have, there's a team decided what the top end is, where we think, what number is it that we believe that we can handle up to?
I don't know if they've given much thought to that
Okay.
because the number has remained around there, and unfortunately, some people that were in the program have passed away, and just because that is the aging demographic of a lot of these constituents that are enrolled in this. So, we haven't really looked at what that could be.
Okay.
So,
As you know, I think it's a phenomenal program. Kudos to everybody involved, including yourself, helping to lead that. I would ask that if you would, let's double check for the next meeting, how many we have, right? And, and then I wouldn't mind having a little bit of understanding of what the process is that people are looking to get, as we are looking to get people involved in the program.
yeah, okay, yeah, so I can talk a little bit about what we do is when we're out engaged in our public education efforts, whether it's at the library or at the civic groups that churches that invite us to or that we approach about being invited to their events. And we distribute the information when we go to respond to incidents in homes, and we recognize that there could be a need or a benefit of that service. We have the information available in the apparatus to provide to the occupants of wherever it is that we may be going to see if they're interested in the service. So,
Okay, very good. Thank you, I appreciate it.
Yep. Okay. Under any other questions under responses?
No.
Good. Under administration.
Let me back up one second. I was thinking of something here. 33% year-over-year growth in calls. That's a huge jump. We have been running at, I want to think, 7%. We had the numbers on somewhere in that ballpark. Where we took a look at the numbers back to 19, I think, or whatever it was, we did a 5-year or whatever that was, swap. 33% last year is high. Do you have any opinion, any analysis on why that was such a large jump? Yes, more calls, I get that, but why is it more calls?
Why is it more calls? It's just that I think it's just the signs of it could be the aging demographic in the community that often puts greater demand on the EMS side. The false alarms haven't really had a significant change. The community risk reduction programs. So we get about, I don't know how many a month those we get, but say last month it was 7 between the reassurance and the community risk reduction. And just for everybody's visibility and understanding, those don't generate any type of recall or overtime for those types of programs. For when we have to go out and check on those folks. So But those are in fact generate incidents by the
Yeah.
National Fire Incident Reporting System standards.
So they are on, those numbers are included.
Yes, they, yep.
And the program, came into fruition this year. So this year is the first year we're really tracking.
Yeah, it was towards the end of last year. Towards the end of last year.
But now we
But
have,
this fiscal year.
Yeah.
So,
okay. No, that's helpful. I appreciate that. Thank you.
yeah, and these numbers are on calendar year too. So by the way, not fiscal year. No.
They're not counting what? I'm sorry, I couldn't hear. They're not counting what?
I said that this is just for clarification, these numbers are calendar year numbers,
Oh,
not
calendar year numbers. Got it.
fiscal.
Okay.
Yep.
So all of 23 we're saying, or
Yeah, so this time in 23, we were 100 calls or so, like less than this time last year. So, which is not all those community risk reduction. There is an increase in the EMS as well.
so this is so I apologize, I'm maybe spending too much
No,
time.
it's fine.
So this is a 6-month number. This is not May to May, right?
This is January.
This is January.
January to May this year
January.
compared to January to May last
Got it.
Yeah.
I apologize if I missed that up front. So that's kind of striking to me. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, so, yeah, and last year was our busiest year in the history of the organization too. So,
Good. Okay, thank you.
so,
I think you just started administration right now.
yep, no problem. Yep, so on to administration, Deputy Clark, Captain Lyons, EMS Officer Staggs, and Chief Brown attended the Cornerstones of Leadership program on May 20th. That was a program put on by one of the deputy chiefs from FDNY, and that was held up at the Cape Cod Tech High School. And there's about 100 people, I think, in attendance, 100 fire department personnel from around the Cape, and some off-Cape folks as well. Actually, a few people from Connecticut in the class as well. So DC Clark and Chief Brown presented the proposed FY25 budget at the candidates and budget night on May 21st. The assessment center portion, the promotional process was held on May 22nd. Personnel from ESAM Fire, Harwich Fire, Hyannis Fire, Palm Fire, and Mashpee Fire assisted with the process. Commissioner Zace represented the Board of Fire Commissioners in the process. Captain McNamara represented the firefighters local in the process, and then DC Clark and Chief Brown also participated in the process. DC Clark sat on one of the boards and did mostly just air traffic control, moving folks around through the stations. 4 candidates went through the process, 4 candidates passed, the list is out. And by all reports, everybody thought the process was well organized, fair, and that was both from internal and external stakeholders. And if Commissioner Zace has anything to add to that.
Oh,
sure.
I would absolutely echo that. I thought it was not only all that, but I was very valuable for me to participate in that. So I do appreciate it. I want to thank both of you, the deputy and you, Chief, and by extension, the folks that participated in the process. It was really a great day. And so congratulations to you guys.
Thank you. Chief Brown was recognized by the National Registry of Emergency Medical Technicians for 30 years of National Registry certification. CFD was awarded $1,800 grant from Massachusetts Department of Fire Services to support our community risk reduction programs. And that application was submitted and will be managed by firefighter paramedic Gardner, who, as you all recall, is the lead for our community risk reduction program area. That concludes the administration section. Any questions?
Okay.
I have one question and a comment.
1 second, Commissioner Zais. Thank you very much. We appreciate that.
Yeah.
Commissioner Zais, what do you have?
Here's my comment. Chief, I read that commendation or the letter. I just also want to add my congratulations. I'm sure Kevin will add his, but it's really very, very humbling, and I'm grateful that you are steering the ship here. Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
And here's my question.
Yeah.
How long did it take that grant to go from the submittal to receiving the money?
We submitted in March.
Yeah, so, but yeah, about 4 months, and we're still waiting.
Okay.
We got the award, and we are waiting for the final count of signatures to come back from the state. I had to do wet signatures and snail mail it back to the state. They put wet signatures on it and then memorialize it,
Right.
and then send it back again to us. So likely it'll be the beginning of next fiscal year, probably the first or second week of July before we actually spend any money on that grant program.
Certainly, please pass the board's, certainly my thanks on to Firefighter Gardner. And I think if that's sort of a typical sort of latency period between submitting and an award. I'm glad that you guys are focusing on this and getting ahead of it and looking out into the future and planning for these things just as you get them in the queue. So, yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Commissioner Zais. A couple of things, Chief. First of all, thank you and Deputy for all your hard work with the budget. I think that was fantastic work that you did, well received in the overall preparation that went into discussing the building fund as well. So all great stuff you all did. Thank you. With regards to the promotional process, it sounds like it was a very tight process. I think that's fantastic. I heard very good things about it. I just had a question with regards to the distance that went from other departments. Are we sending a letter to them, thanking them for their support, something from the board?
Yeah, we can draft a letter to them from the board. They got a really great lunch out of it, so.
Okay.
Good seeing.
So,
Good seeing.
and if you think so you tell me,
Yeah.
you know the rule better than
Yeah.
I do. See if that's inappropriate.
No, it's not at all.
Okay,
And I think that would be a very nice gesture. So,
okay, I appreciate that. I think set it up for 3 signatures, obviously, and we'll get it out.
okay.
Okay, so thank you for that. And as Adam said, echoing that note was very cool, very nice to get. I appreciate seeing that. So congratulations on the 30 years there. And thanks to Firefighter Gardner for his work in getting the grant. So I echo what Commissioner Zais said on that. One other thing, and I think it's appropriate under this category, we have the application grant out for apparatus, 800,000, I believe it is. Have we heard anything on that particular request?
Nothing. I actually just checked into the portal today, and nothing, no decisions made on the process.
Okay, thank you very much. And that concludes what I had in the administration. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, moving on to technology. Only thing to report there is Commissioner Ross is set up with his district email address, and that is cross@katuittfire.org. So cross@katuittfire.org is his new district email address.
Okay.
Okay, thank you for that. Commissioners, you have more under there. I apologize.
No,
So-
nothing else under technology. So,
Okay.
Do you have anything under technology?
Yeah, I was just gonna check with Commissioner Zais, anything here?
Nope.
Okay, under technology, since Commissioner Ross came up, we talked about this a little bit today, really, Chief. I'd ask that you reach out to Commissioner Ross, see about setting him up for maybe, bringing him into the office for an hour, whatever it takes, just to take him through what we have, the process we have. Maybe deputy can do that, whoever is appropriate. I think it'd be good just to do a little jump stop.
Yep.
Make sense?
Yes, sir. I'll reach
Okay.
out to him.
Appreciate that. Okay, back to you. You're under personnel.
No, yep. Firefighter Gardner and firefighter Lee participated in another, so this might sound familiar, but it was an additional book reading and equipment demonstration day at the Kitswood Library on June 4th. And that continues to be a very popular attraction for the library to draw in personnel, and it's a really good investment in our time and energy to connect with the community as well as share fire life safety information during those events. So, CFD personnel assisted with the preparation and breakdown activities associated with the annual district meeting. Several open houses were held at the fire station to display the conceptual plans and answer questions for the proposed fire station project, and those are also we got a lot of positive feedback on just the outreach efforts and the attempts to reach everybody and provide everybody as many opportunities to review what was going on and share input with what's going on. And we'll continue to schedule those open houses through the summer and as long as the project is going on. So that's all we have under personnel.
Okay, Commissioner Zace, any questions?
I do have a question. I don't know if this is specifically personnel, but it's to that last bullet point. Of the, first of all, I think everything you said is absolutely terrific. The feedback that I'm getting personally is very, very positive. I was wondering if you have anything specific you might add about the next two abutters, south, north, and east on the. Have you heard anything specific from them? Have you had any interaction with them that might be more detailed than that, or is it just sort of okay? We've reached out to everybody, and
So you're talking literally property butters and talking streets.
the property. Yeah, no, not just the.
I think we've made contact. So each property abutter was sent a note or an invitation to either connect with me or the chairman to arrange a one-on-one opportunity, or as well as the opportunities to attend the open houses. I believe we have made contact with every abutter, and so the ones that I had contact with were generally understood the needs. And like I say, that everybody was really excited about having a firehouse right next to them, but they understood the need, and most, I would say overwhelmingly, everybody was in favor of it. A couple of people, I don't want to say they're necessarily opposed to it, but maybe more to the neutral side of it. And I don't know.
Okay, yeah, no, that's great. That's great. So there's no concerns at this stage.
The commissioner, the chairman.
So Commissioner Zace, I did have a meeting last week with would that be to the south, I guess?
South, yeah.
South side.
Charlotte's not part of that.
Right.
Away.
That's correct. So next to the lot, the old building, I did meet with Sharon McDonald, the deputy, as well as Captain McNamara were part of that conversation. We spent about, I'm going to say, deputy, keep me honest, about a half hour, maybe somewhere in that ballpark. Took her through the plans, explained to her what we were looking to do and how we were attempting to limit the impact to herself and anyone else in the neighborhood. And I would say, I'll only categorize it like this. I thought it was a good conversation.
Great.
And I will stop and pause for a second and say, Deputy, anything we should add to that?
No, I agree. It was a good conversation.
Does that answer your question? You good here, Adam?
Yeah. And again, this is not me being critical. I'm hopeful that we'll always have those kinds of reactions through this kind of effort. So that's great.
And from my perspective, there's no perspective of critical there. So all good. It's good conversation.
Yeah, okay.
So you're good under this category, just a couple quick ones. I think what firefighter Gardner, firefighter Lee is fantastic. I think it's really nice what they're doing. I would ask if you would, if possible, if we could try to get an email out to the commissioners, maybe a couple of day, week advance notice when those are happening. Just be kind of nice to know ahead of time that that's happening and I know sometimes some things pop up quick, but the ones that are scheduled, you just get it out to us. I think it's good information for all commissioners to have.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate it, guys.
Do we
All right.
happen to have little kid size Katuitt Fire Department shirts or anything like that?
Yeah, helmets.
Yeah, Commissioner Zace, by the way, if you have any lighting, you might want to put it on. You look like you're in.
I can't. I don't think there's any lighting.
Okay.
Well, a little.
Just what?
Okay.
Yeah, you're better now. All good. Thank you.
Yeah, we do have Katuitt Fire Department promotion weapons, coloring books, helmets, pencils that they hand out at these events.
Okay. Cool. Okay.
Okay.
Sorry.
No, all good. So that's all I had, Chief. Thank you very much.
Under apparatus and equipment, Chief Brown, I've been in contact with a lot of fire chiefs around the state and the region, as well as other vendors as far as ambulances go. So the bottom line is nothing new to report on the ambulance, but I went through and talked to other vendors and other chiefs, all the other chiefs that have placed orders, some of them longer or further back in time than us, still don't have cabin chassis for their ambulance yet. And the other vendors, because I reviewed our contract and considered sending it to our lawyers for review on a relief valve for us. We found a vendor that could produce faster, but after discussions with many fire chiefs from around the region, as well as other vendors, I think it would probably be wasted money to pay our lawyer to look at that option when it's probably just going to put us further back in the queue with another vendor. So really no news other than the fact that I spent a significant amount of time looking at other options and how other agencies were faring, agencies similar in size to us. And that is all that I have on the apparatus equipment, pending any questions.
Commissioner Zace, any questions?
No.
Okay, and Chief, thank you. If there's anything I can do to help with that process, and I know you've copied me in on there, so let me know. I appreciate your efforts here.
Thank you. And lastly, the mini split AC was replaced in the gym, and that was it came in a little bit less. I don't have the number in front of me, but it came in less than what the board approved me to spend. I got another quote that came in maybe $1,000 less, or not quite $1,000 less than what the board approved me to spend several months ago. Finally able to get that in. Thankfully, thank you to the board and the community for that, because it's starting to get warm now, and physical fitness is a key component to keeping firefighters healthy and reducing injuries and sick claims. So it's a good investment. We appreciate the consideration of everybody allowing that to move forward.
Commissioner Zace?
I am glad that that's the outcome, and I agree. It's it is warm.
Okay. Thank you, Commissioner, and I have nothing to add except thank you for doing that. We appreciate that. Thank you. Okay, and actually, one final thing, I appreciate you bringing it under budget. I always appreciate that. Thanks.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, subcommittee reports. Commissioner Zace, do you have anything? I don't think.
No, I have. According to the minutes, my task was to reach out to the chairperson of that committee. I have not yet heard back, so we have not. I have nothing to report.
Okay, from a needs assessment committee point of view, I'm not sure there's anything to report. I think everyone's aware that we received some funding, the funding to go to the next phase of 1.3 million. I'm working with actually the chief and the deputy have been working tirelessly getting the RFP ready to go, so they're doing a great job prepping that. And I'll be working with them next week as we bring that to fruition and start getting that out into the process of the RFP, getting that out in the RFP process. So we're making progress there. Okay. Any questions there, Adam, on that one?
Nope.
Okay, thank you. And let's see, what do we have? Any new business, gentlemen? Commissioner Zace, any new business you'd like to bring up?
Nope.
Okay, I'll defer to you guys and then I'll bring up some new business. Do we have anything that you guys think should be brought up at this point, Chief?
No, sir.
Okay, so from a new business point of view, typically this first meeting after the election of a new fire commissioner, we do an election for the chairman of the Board of Fire Commissioners. My suggestion at this point, Adam, since Commissioner Ross is not able to attend, is that we table that conversation, that vote, until next meeting when he is hopefully available, and we'll have that vote at that time.
That's fine with me.
Okay.
Do we
So we'll
need
get-
to actually make a motion or anything around that? I don't think so.
There's actually nothing in the bylaws that require us to do it
Yeah.
today, so we're good there. So that's
okay.
all I, for new business. Thank you, Adam. Public comment, Chief, we have anything out there?
No emails, no text messages, and no chats, and
Okay. Let's see, with that, no new business done, public comment is done. Do I have any kind of a motion here?
Move to adjourn.
Second, all those in favor?
Commissioner Zace.
Commissioner Conley? That's a wrap. Thanks, everyone.
All right,
Adam,
gentlemen.
thanks a lot. Safe travel.
Okay. Thank you.
Take care.